Montana's news leader, this is the MTN Noon News.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on the Noon News on this Tuesday. I'm Andrea Lutz. Montana airports are looking ahead to the rollout of 5G nationwide. We have details coming up ahead, but first. Police in Billings say a car crash has led to the discovery of 2 dead bodies, and now they're investigating what could be a double murder. Investigators found 2 men dead in the car, each with bullet wounds, and a third person was found with severe trauma to his neck. That injured man taken to the hospital, and the gunshot victims have not been identified. This makes 10 people dead in 7 shootings across Montana in the month of January alone. A popular whitefish horse arena is a total loss after it collapsed over the weekend. This is Stillwater Horse Whispers Ranch. It's been a staple in the valley for at least 50 years. Well, thankfully, none of the 34 horses or humans living on that ranch were injured, but we're told the arena had no insurance. The head of the World Health Organization says we're not at the end of the pandemic yet, but officials believe that Omicron could be the last variant that we deal with. The emergency phase of the pandemic could end this year. They say if at least 70% of the global population is immunized. A Three Forks teen faces a long road to recovery after a truck hit and struck him on his bike last week. Kyle O'Rourke, he was riding home when he was hit and he broke his hip and wrist, was headed to a Billings hospital. Well, we're told that classmates have so far raised $700 to help the family with his medical expenses. Well, it took more than 8,000 pounds of ice, an entire sleepless night for a Butte artist to create a nice sculpture in front of the Butte Plaza Mall. This is from a Butte couple hired by the Montana Conservation voters to build that sculpture. It depicts Butte's East Ridge and some historic buildings. The sculpture consists of about 27 blocks of ice that weigh about 300 pounds each. They started on Friday evening and they completed it by noon the following day. Wow, looks amazing. That's today's leading look.
What's our second year of La Nina? What that means for our area is it's going to be colder and wetter for the winter. So far, it hasn't been too bad. Now think back to last year. We had a relatively mild winter and it was a La Nina year. This year may be a better opportunity to see more wintry conditions as we're getting into the deeper part of winter. Here are the outlooks. Now, this is the end of January through the early part of February. We're either leaning or we're likely cooler than average, and we're leaning or likely wetter than average. So could this be the start of that La Nina coming in to give us more of a winter this year? Only time will tell. We'll keep an eye on it for you. Complete forecast coming up.
5G is the 5th generation of high-speed wireless connection, and it's causing quite the controversy around airports across the nation. The airline industry says the rollout of 5G from wireless providers will cause widespread issues for airports, with the possibility of many delays and grounded flights, as fear that 5G will affect important safety features within aircrafts.
What's really important is it affects the radial altimeter of aircraft, which is very important in low visibility operations.
But there is good news for those who travel in and out of MSO.
The controversy is that 5G was rolled out. It's actually a new band. It's called a C band, and that was rolled out in 46 different markets, which affected 88 airports around the country, and Missoula was not one of them.
Elistad says that they expect to see the 5G C-band rollout in December of 2023 here in Missoula, which gives the airport plenty of time to work out those issues that come along with the rollout. Now, you may run into a 5G-related delay or cancellation in the future, leaving MSO to go to those bigger airports like Seattle or Salt Lake. In Missoula, Hannah Hislop, MTN News.